morning, everyone. So delighted to be here, to see you all this morning. Truly, I am. Welcome to the Center of Peace and our Sunday morning celebration. My name is Twana Malone. I'm the senior minister here at the Center of Peace, and my pronouns are she, her, and they. We do have a wonderful service in store for you all this morning. We have our licensed professional practitioners assisting us in our service this morning. We have leading us in our meditation, Callista Dorsey. We have leading us this morning in the ringing of our chakra bowl, Rita Naylor, and that'll be to give us the opportunity to bring our attention and our awareness into the room as we drop everything else and become so present in the presence itself. Leading us in our treatment, our affirmative prayer this morning is Deb Napper. Leading us in our selected and sacred readings this morning is Hazel Spears. Holding consciousness for us this morning, knowing that our time together this morning unfolds in the most perfect and divine way, is Helen Moore. Our music this morning is being sung through Mr. Warren Cooper. Greeting everybody who walk into the space this morning is Pamela Bottoms and Sheila Denikin. We have Al and Nicole on the ones and twos holding it down in the back so we can be here, and people out there on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page can join in with us this morning as we celebrate life, celebrate the love and light within each other. So I think we are all set and ready to go. So let me just invite you now in this moment to turn within as Callista leads us in our meditation.
Good morning. Good morning. Take a breath and release it. Take another breath and release. Why not do it again? And when you take this breath, take it in gratitude, because you are saying thank you. You're saying thank you for that breath. You're saying thank you because that heart is beating. And as you continue to go deep, I ask that you take a deep dive, because we're going to do some work this morning. So continue to breathe. Remembering that you are loved, and lovable. Say it to the self. I am loved, and lovable. This morning I asked you to ask yourself this question. Who is occupying your life? Who did you say yes to be in your life? Think about it. You sent the invitation out. I ask that you think about, that you take the time to recognize that the Creator is always there. But did you welcome the Creator? Did you say yes to the Creator to continue to occupy your life, because the Creator gave you life? You came into this world and you have a presence while you're here in this world. You have a purpose in this world. But you have to know it. You have to believe it. You have to know it's your truth. So as you go deeper into this silence, I ask that you ask yourself the question, who is occupying my life? Do I take the time to sit down and go into the silence and talk and listen to the Creator? Do I take time to listen to what you hear and recognizing the truth Any questions and answers lie within you. So I give you this moment to just breathe and ask the question, who did I say yes to occupy my life and my spiritual journey? Those that are occupying your life, did you allow them to come in your life because of fear or because of love? Did you allow in your life those that are now with you each and every day? Did you have a reason for saying yes? Because you invited them. But ask yourself, is it out of fear or is it out of love? If it's out of fear, this is the moment to do the work. This is the moment to release and let it go. Because it's no longer serving you if it's not out of love. Release and let it go. It may not be a person that's occupying this experience in your life. It may be your own behavior, your own thoughts. Are you judging? Are you not forgiving? What behavior do you have today that represent your truth? Think of 3 words that represents your truth and create your affirmation on how you are going to release anything that does not deserve to be occupying your life experience. Because today is a day to do the work. Today is a day to remember your truth, that you are loved, and lovable. And so it is.
There's only one life. That life is spirit. It animates and demonstrates in various multiplicit ways. It is love, it is life, it is intelligence. It is a part of each being, each creation. And we are all of the one, from the one, and return to the one. Knowing this truth, I am grateful. I'm grateful to be here to know that we will receive a lot of understanding of more of who we are and how we are one of this spirit, whether it's through the songs, the meditation, the treatments, and Reverend Tawana's message that helps us to understand that we are divine, we're perfect, we're love. And in all that, I release into the law, knowing that what I've spoken is true for you, for me, and those that are not here. I release the words, I let it rest in the soil of love and light, and so it is.
Thank you, Deb Napper, for that treatment, for that prayer. And thank you, Callista, for leading us in our meditation, our practice this morning. And now I want to invite you all to turn with me as we turn our attention to our vision and our mission that you can find behind me, to the right of me. Also, in your chairs, there are some cards where you can download the our vision and our mission so that you can read along with us. So I just ask you to see it as a lived experience, a real demonstration in our life, to be mindful and intentional in joining us in reading our vision and our mission. So please join me. Our vision: a loving and peaceful world where all of humanity is honored as the divinity within is experienced. And our mission, the Center of Peace, is a loving, inclusive, and vibrant community that utilizes and demonstrates spiritual principles and practices to cultivate powerful individuals who together create peace throughout the world. And so it is. And now, if you would please stand and join us in the singing of our congregational song, I Am One. You can find the lyrics to the song in the back of your chairs if you're not familiar with the song. Also, you can use the card in your chair to download the lyrics to our congregational song. Our congregational song was written by our licensed retired practitioner, Bayless Webb. Al? And its title, I Am One.
I'm one with Spirit, the Holy Spirit, and it dwells inside of me. There's perfect Spirit, pure loving Spirit, rests in everything I see. God walks beside me, protects and guides me. It's ever with me, where'er I go. I trust its power, God's healing power. Its love surrounds me, and this I know. I live in spirit, I breathe in spirit. It lives within me, and so a spirit, I think a spirit, its life is my life. I know God's life is my life. I know God's life is my life. I know.
And so while we are still standing, let us not miss out on this opportunity just to take a moment to acknowledge the humanity in another by looking at them in their eyes, seeing the God in them as we welcome each other here this morning to our celebration, hugging only if you ask. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, you can have a seat. Here at the Center of Peace, we are an open and affirming community. That means everybody's welcome up in this piece. All are welcome. And if this is your first time here at the Center of Peace, joining us in celebrating life, celebrating love in ourselves and in another, would you please stand so that we can welcome you properly? No one here for the first time. All right. Well, let's just acknowledge each other. Let's let the love flow through as we extend our hands to each other here in the sanctuary and online. And join me in saying, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I know you.
I know you.
I know who you really and truly are.
I know who you really and truly are.
Unique.
Unique.
Perfect. And divine. Welcome to the Center of Peace. Yeah. All right. And now we are ready for announcements. Marie? Yeah. And I think I'm up.
You are up. Don't go anyway.
Okay.
Good morning. I'm Marie Amy Taylor. I'm president of the Board of Trustees here at the Center of Peace. And our first announcement is related to the TCP fundraiser.
Yes. So our TCP fundraiser, I've said now for 2 weeks, has been canceled.
Oh, no.
Or postponed, I should say. It has been postponed. And let me just say this, is that it takes a lot of energy and essence and power to pull things together in a way that is divine and rich and meaningful. And we know that in our prayers, when things unfold with ease and grace, and so it is. And when it does not, so it ain't. So it ain't. So, you know, in this teaching, you have to be willing to be moved. And that's where the committee, or I, as one of the committee members, was moved. So that's what's up. That's what's up. Okay.
Thank you.
And I don't, I'll, Barb, yeah, you could do that. Barb's not, Barb's not here.
Okay, thank you. All right, next item on the agenda is the TCP biannual meeting. It will occur on September 26th, 2024 at 7 p.m. It will be virtual, so we want to make it easy on everyone. It will probably be somewhere around 60, 75 minutes at the most, and we plan to keep it moving. It will be visual as well as to provide information for you about our ministries, our activities, the things that we have done, of which we are extremely proud. We're talking with Reverend Twana and Allende, who is the vice president of the board, just this week. And when we went over the list of things that we have done in the past 6 months, it's amazing. It really is incredible. So it's a time for us to celebrate where we are and to envision where we want to be. So please join us on September 26th. You'll get more information, including the information about where to find us on that date. Next up, we have education and upcoming classes. Looks like radical forgiveness, not just ordinary, garden variety forgiveness. We're talking about some radical stuff here. Infinite You and the Power of Your Word. And Debport, if you could share a little bit about that with us. Thank you.
Good morning, Centerpiece family. How are you? Okay, on October 2nd, that's a Wednesday, from 6:30 to 8:30, Patricia Watson and I will be facilitating the course Infinite You as the Universe, otherwise known as, used to be called This Thing Called You, same class. You're going to learn profound concepts, how to integrate concepts of the science of mind into your daily life, and how you can change your consciousness or be aware of what you're actually thinking. This course will equip you with spiritual mind treatment, visioning techniques, and enable you to experience the divine nature of life, is who and what you are, life expressing. You'll also learn spiritual practices and different effective anchors for conscious living, and that's what this is all about, learning to live consciously. So this class, again, starts October 2nd. That's a Wednesday, 6:30 to 8:30. It'll be on Zoom, October 2nd through November 6th. The investment is $200. It costs $40 for registration fee. And I think that's it. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Deb. Sounds wonderful. Beyond the Four Walls, a drink with Reverend Twana. Ooh, come on up again.
I drink. We're making that very clear. And that's my fault with the drinks. I figured if everyone has one drink, that's right. Thank you, Hazel. Thank you. So we have 2 dates available. Wednesday, October the 2nd at 7 p.m. And that will be at El Poquito, which is 8201 Germantown Avenue. And then the next one we're going to have is Friday, November the 1st at 7 p.m. And that will be at the Iron Hill Brewery at 8400 Germantown Avenue. So it'll be close by. So definitely RSVP as soon as possible, because you know they're going to fill up. And they're limited seats. Spaces are limited. We want to keep it intimate, okay? Also, there's going to be a poll that comes out in the next issue of Get Inspired. Wait, I got it wrong. Get involved, stay inspired. There's a poll coming out because we have the theater Broadway series downtown, and there's so many to choose from. So be on the lookout for that poll. We're going to ask you to choose, and we'll make reservations from there. Also, yeah, I think I'm complete. I'm complete. Yeah. Okay, I'm complete. Thank you. Yes, I am. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A little bit about housekeeping. Beverages must have a lid on them. Please be mindful not to leave things behind. And now you can get on, and now you always could. We continue to provide this on our mailing list. You can find us by downloading the QR code. Please check out our website for more information at thecenterofpeace.org. Like us, follow us, and subscribe to us on all of our social media platforms. Please let others know what you are getting. And finally, the practitioners are available after service for prayer, meditation throughout the week. Please contact them, or you can get contact information on our website, thecenterofpeace.org. I'm complete.
Grace and peace, Center of Peace. Always a blessing to be in the house. I usually am with you online, so when I see people in person, it's like, I know you from TV. And usually during the summer when in other places when the pastor doesn't speak, you're like, oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something else this week. But I listened, and it occurred to me that I might have stumbled into a haven of holiness. Because you all are a blessing. I got blessed every single solitary week, and it is a wonderful reminder that the thing that God does, or that God can do when we are open, is a song that I like, that I'm sure you know, that says it. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. I used to think God was the sun, God is the sun, and oh, so much more than the earth and the sky and all of creation. God is creator, all in all, needing us to shine its light as me, as you. Sing it with me, say, use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Command my hands, what must they do? Command heart, it's here for you. God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator, makes all things anew. God needs us to shine its light as me, as you so use me. Oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Warren Cooper, channeling that marvelous music of the soul. So appreciated, always, when you grace our halls. I'm Hazel Spears, and my pronouns are she, her, and they, honoring those who came before, come behind, and I am side to side with here today. Good morning, everybody. Please stand first and foremost for our affirmation submitted by our religious science practitioner, Patricia Grady. So, as we stand, repeat after me. In this moment, I know.
In this moment, I know
That all that I am.
that all that I am
Is as spirit is.
is as spirit is.
In this space called me.
In this space called me.
Thank you so much. You may be seated. And now I'd like to ask the four people who are doing the four peace quotes to come up and share on this Peace Sunday their quotations. And after that, we'll follow that with a minute of silence. Are there only three? I know there's another. Oh, she's come. There she is, Miss Marcy, Mama Marcy. Come on. Okay, I'm going to step aside and let you do the quotes as they are numbered. Thank you very much.
Let us, in the stillness of our own soul, go back to that ineffable presence, which is peace, and proclaim it even in the midst of confusion. That peace which is the power at the heart of God. Ernest Holmes.
Prize collaborative peace over competitive conflict. Reverend Dr. Jesse Jennings.
A religious science practitioner is the presence of peace. Derica Blackman.
Forgive others, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve peace. Jonathan Lockwood Huey.
Thank you. And now let's observe 1 minute of silence as we think about and know peace for everyone all around the world. Let's take that time and go within. Thank you. Thank you. Today's reading, submitted once again by practitioner Patricia Grady, comes from Care of the Soul by Thomas More, chapter on Soul and Power, pages 121 and 122. Writers are taught to write what you know about. The same advice applies to the quest for the power of the soul. Be good at what you're good at. Many of us spend time and energy trying to be something we are not. But this is a move against soul, because individuality rises out of the soul as water rises out of the depths of the earth. We are who we are because of the special mix that makes up our soul. In spite of its archetypal, universal contents, for each individual, the soul is highly idiosyncratic. Power begins in knowing this special soul, which may be entirely different from our fantasies about who we are or who we want to be. A friend once introduced me to an audience I was about to lecture. "I'm going to tell you," he said to the group, "about what Tom isn't. He isn't an artist. He isn't a scholar. He isn't a philosopher. He isn't..." I felt somewhat mortified hearing all these things I wasn't. At the time, I was a university lecturer and was supposed to give the illusion, at least, that I was a scholar. Yet, I knew I wasn't. My friend's unusual introduction was wise and absolutely correct. Maybe we all could use an emptying out of identity now and then. Considering who we are not, we may find the surprising revelation of who we are. We may find, as the Tao Te Ching said, that absolute testament of soulful emptiness. It says in words that also echo the sayings of Jesus, "When twisted, you'll be upright. When hollowed out, you will be full." Soulful emptiness is not anxious. In fact, power pours in when we sustain the feeling of the emptiness and withstand temptations to fill it prematurely. We have to contain the void. Too often, we lose this pregnant emptiness by reaching for substitutes for power. A tolerance of weakness, you might say, is a prerequisite for the discovery of power. For any exercise of strength motivated by an avoidance of weakness is not genuine power. This is a rule of thumb. The soul has no room in which to present itself if we continually fill in all the gaps with bogus activities. I knew a young man who wanted to be a writer. Something in him urged him to travel, to live the bohemian life, but he looked around and saw all his peers going to school. So he decided to overrule his desire for travel and take some college courses. Not surprisingly, he flunked out and then went on a long trip. It is easy to overlook the obvious, persistent indications of the soul, in this case, the fantasies and longing for travel, and instead try to manufacture power with demanding and expensive efforts. And so it is.
So at the risk of exposing myself to the conjecture that there might be clinical issues happening with me, I will share a conversation I had last night with myself. I was like, well, what do you want to sing? I don't know what to do. A lot of the songs I have, they fit other places. And somebody said, well, you need a new song. I said, well, that's a good idea, but it's tomorrow. And they said, well, pick up the spiritual principles. I picked them up. He said, look at that first one. I looked at the first one, because, you know, we hear the first one every week. I need to hear the first one every week. And I said, okay, I see it. And they said, well, what I want you to do is I want you to take that spiritual principle. I said, yes. And they said, and I want you to rub some Baptist seasoning on it. I said, yes. And he said, I want you to take it down to Fitzwater Street and put some Charles Albert Tinley coating on it so it'll be crusted. I said, yes, yes. Then they said, and I want you to brush on some Like You Mean It butter sauce. I said, all right. And then I want you to put it in this spiritual convection oven and see what comes out. So I did all of that. And here's what happened. God is everything and everything is God. God is everything and everything is God. From the birds and the bees to the flowers and the trees to the cloud in the sky, from here to by and by, I know that God is everything and everything is God. You sing it. God is everything and everything is God. God is everything and everything is God. From the birds and the bees to the flowers and the trees to the clouds in the sky, from here to by and by, I know that God is everything and everything is God. Verse said, I know you're going out this week and somebody's gonna get on your nerves, but that will be an opportunity to check out how you serve. You can sharpen your voice and try to cut them down, or you can keep a high vibration and pass the love around. Say, God is everything and everything is God. Come on, sing and say, God is everything and everything is God. God is everything and everything is God. From the birds and the bees to the flowers and the trees to the clouds in the sky, from here to by and by, I say God is everything and everything is God. I know you're going out this week and somebody's gonna work your nerves, but it's an opportunity to check out how you serve. You can sharpen your voice and cut them down, or you can keep a high vibration and pass the love around. God is everything and everything is God. You know by now, say God is everything and everything is God. God is everything and everything is God. Say from the birds and the bees, from the birds and the bees to the flowers and the trees, to the flowers and to the clouds in the sky, to the clouds in the sky, from here to by and by, to here to by, to say God is everything. You said, God is everything. Say, God is everything. God is everything. Say, God is everything, and everything is God.
Oh, gosh. All right. Can we give Warren another round of applause? One, two, 1, 2. Y'all can hear it? Yep, get it. Yep. Nope. It's not on? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, it's on. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Yep. Yes. Somebody said they like that kind of sauce, Warren. Somebody said, we glad you got up, Warren. I guess I'm saying go back to sleep, Warren, and come back again. That was fantastic. Thank you. Use this? Okay. Yes. I haven't been here in a few weeks, so I got to remember how to do this thing. But I like to start out with a few principles, or what we know that's written by Ernest Holmes, titled "What We Believe." We call them spiritual principles. There are many, many, many principles. In fact, what we call principles in this iteration can be expanded even more, and we've expanded it a great deal in this document that we do have. And like Warren said, I read spiritual principle number 1 every Sunday. So let us get started with a few spiritual principles this morning. Spiritual principle number 1, it says, we believe in God, the living Spirit, Almighty One, indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. We believe this one manifests itself in and through all creation. God is everything, and everything is God. But it's not absorbed by its creation. Spiritual principle number 2, we believe in the individualization of the Spirit in us, and that all people are individualizations of the one Spirit. Spiritual principle number 5, we believe the ultimate goal of life to be a complete freedom from all discord. I mean, take that in. A complete freedom from all discord of every nature. And that this goal is sure to be attained by all. Everyone. So, we've been working with our theme for the year of oneness, a day at a time. And so we're just going to jump right back into it. Y'all had a few weeks off. So I'm here this morning to bring us back, get us back centered in it. But let me start with this. Last week, we had what we call a small circle. It's our Completing the Circle. It's one of the ministries here at the Center of Peace. And its intention, it is set up so that people can join the Center of Peace in sharing their experiences of our different ministries. It's a very important piece of what we do here at the Center of Peace, so that we can gather information and data and take it back to the different ministries so that we can become more of who we are and nevertheless. And so last week in the small group, there was a particular person that was sharing around one of our questions around what is it that you really enjoy about our Sunday celebration. Our focus was on our Sunday celebration. And this particular person said that what they love the most about our Sunday celebration is when we read our vision and our mission. There's so many things that touch people in different ways, and it might not touch you in a particular way, but I'm always aware that the Sunday celebration has been crafted and curated in such a way that a person can get what they need just being on the way. A person can get what they need on a Sunday by stepping into the building. A person might get what they need in any manner, shape, or form. But this particular person said that it's the vision and the mission, that it's moving and it means something to them when we read it. And I have to agree. That's probably one of my favorite parts of the service, is the reading of the vision and the mission, because it reminds me of our divinity. More specifically, it reminds me that I am divine. It says that we utilize spiritual principles and practices so that we can experience the divinity within us. It is the use of the spiritual principles and practices that create an avenue for each of us then to begin to experience the divinity within, where we can boldly state that I am divine. The vision and the mission, it moves me to a place because I get so excited when we have an opportunity to come into contact with who we really and truly are. The vision and the mission for me, when we are talking about divinity, it reminds me that the ground upon which I stand is holy. It reminds me that the life that I live is holy. It reminds me just how holy I am, how holy and sacred I am, and it reminds me just how holy and sacred you are. It's meaningful to me. It moves me. The vision and the mission, it moves me into a space where I can remember what is within me. It reminds me of the joy that is within me. It reminds me of the peace that flows so deep in me and through me. It reminds me of the inner presence of calm, untroubled, that is in me. So we come together on Sunday collectively to be reminded of these things, to be reminded of what's in us so we can let it flow out of us. So way back in January, when we started with our theme of oneness, I said that the theme was extending to each one of us an invitation to if you don't have a spiritual practice, the invitation then was to start a spiritual practice. Our theme of oneness, a day at a time, extended to those of us who do have a spiritual practice to level it up. And what do I mean by that? To check in to see if your spiritual practice has just become routine, rote. You just hit a button and you do it, and the 3 minutes is up, the 5 minutes is up, the 10 minutes is up. You off and you brushing your teeth, on to the next thing. No. To stop. to make sure that your spiritual practice is meaningful, that when you're done with your spiritual practice, you feel something. When you're done with your spiritual practice, you know something. So to level it up, we are doing all of this so that we can release any sense of separation that we might be holding on to and embrace our oneness. It's the requirement. It's the requirement. We are doing this so that we can come closer and closer to accepting the truth. The truth is that the kingdom of heaven is within. Our spiritual practices bring us closer and closer into accepting the truth. And what's the truth? What's the truth? The kingdom of heaven is within. What's the truth? The kingdom of heaven is within. Yes, the kingdom of heaven is within. Our spiritual practices lead us to that space where we can begin to accept that. It's been written that the kingdom of heaven is within, but some of us don't know it. We say it, that the kingdom of heaven is within, but we don't quite believe it. We say that God and I are one, but we're not quite sure of it at all times. The spiritual practice is important. This is the thing. Some of us, we think that we can begin to live this life where we are experiencing that which is in us, our inner joy, our inner light, our inner beauty, our inner truth, our inner calm. We think we can live this kind of life, and all we are, if all we do is be with it in our spare time. The time that you can spare. You know what I'm saying? You want a high and holy, abundant and prosperity, prosperous life, but all you got to give it is your spare time. No, it don't work that way. The freedom that we talk about can't be found in your spare time. The freedom we're talking about, you've got to make time for it. You should tell your neighbor, this freedom that we're talking about, it ain't found in your spare time. This freedom I'm talking about, it ain't found in your spare time. You got to make time. You got to make time. It's daily. Oneness. Daily. It's daily that we make direct contact with the infinite presence, so that we can stop looking out there for what's in here. It's daily. In the Science of Mind textbook written by Ernest Holmes, who is the founder of religious science, in his book on page 364, in a reading titled The Indivisible Whole, he says, "We have stopped looking for the spirit because we have found it. It is what you are, and it is what I am. We could not do anything else if we tried. We've stopped looking for the spirit because we found it. It is what you are, and it is what I am. We could not be anything else if we tried. The thing that we look with is the thing that we have been looking for. The thing that we look with is the thing that we have been looking for. You, the thing that you are using to seek and search after God, you found it. You are it. You are it. And so now that we know that, Ernest Holmes says that we have to begin to have a greater experience of this, meaning we have to come to understand it in a greater and greater and greater way. It's the requirement in order for us to experience this freedom that we are talking about. It's the requirement in order for us to have a great realization of the inner that is seeking expression in the outer. There's no two ways about it. We have to embrace it at a greater level. So, how do we obtain this freedom? I've already said it. Let me say it again. Through a greater realization of what you already know. And what you already know is the same as the truth. And what is the truth? The kingdom of heaven is within. In this same book, in this same writing, Ernest Holmes talks about this greater realization. And when I read this particular section, this particular piece, it made me think of Reverend Sheila. And it made me think of her proclamation that she gave all of us, go deeper. I question, is this where it came from? And I'll read it to you in a second. But in reading this, it also made me remember a recent conversation that I had with someone who used to come to the Center of Peace on a regular basis. They were pretty consistent and regular congregant. They were here at the Sunday services and participating in classes, but I hadn't seen this person maybe 8-9 years. It's been a long time. And so we got to talking, and this person was sharing with me that it has taken them all of 14 or 15 years to finally understand maybe a bit of what Reverend Sheila meant when she said, go deeper. It took them 14, almost 15 years to get an inkling of what she might have meant when she said that. Listen, you can't get this in your spare time, is what I'm trying to tell you. You've got to make time, or else you're going to be at this stuff a long time. Y'all with me? You can't get this in your spare time. So, in his book, Ernest Holmes' book, on same reading, page 364, he says this: what is it we need for greater freedom? Nothing but a greater realization of what we already know. We should never hesitate to say that we know the truth, because we do. For the realization of the unity of God and man is the truth. God and I are one. That's the truth. The kingdom of heaven is within. That's the truth. We should not hesitate to say we know the truth, because we do. We simply need a greater realization of this. How are we to get it? Only by penetrating deeper and yet deeper into our own divine nature, pushing further and further back into the infinite. Where are we to do this? There is no place except within that we can do it. Who is to do it for us? No one. Now, these words were all in caps. And Hazel reminded us before that if the words are in caps, that means pay attention. He said, there's no place except within in that we can do it, and there's no one outside of us who can do it for us. That the only person who can do it for us is us. No one. He says the evolution of the individual, the unfoldment of personality, the enlightenment of the soul, the illumination of the spirit can only come to the degree that the individual proposes to let life operate through them. See, it's not that Reverend Sheila was telling us when she said to go deeper. She wasn't saying go deeper into your problem, go deeper into your fear, go deeper into your doubt, go deeper into your lack, go deeper into your illness, go deeper into your circumstance, go deeper into your discord. No, she was saying go deeper into your divine self. Discover your divine nature so that you might become enlightened and have a stillness and an opportunity of illumination where it's just downflowing. Don't go deeper into that. Go deeper into this. But this can't happen if all you got to give to it is your spare time. You got to make time. Not only do you have to make time, you have to be available to it. You have to be available to the peace. You have to be available to the calm. You have to be available to the abundance. You have to be available to the light. You have to be available to insight. You have to be available to revelation. Why is all of this so important? Because we are out on a journey to begin to make sense of what we believe and to also make sense of what we no longer believe. Not just in here, we have to get to a place where we can articulate it. This is what I believe. This is what I used to believe. This is what I believe now. You got to be able to articulate it. What I used to believe is that there was a God that gives and a God withholds. I used to believe that. What I believe now is that nothing is being withheld. Everything that I desire. What did it? Freedom from all discord of every nature. Everything I desire. Nothing is being withheld. Nothing is being withheld from me. You got to be able to articulate that. That's what I used to believe. I don't believe that anymore. I believe this. I believe this. So you don't get this if you don't go deeper. Tell your neighbor, go deeper. Go deeper. I heard it said recently, and it might have been Reverend Michael Beckwith who said this, but what I heard recently is that our best ability is our availability. You got to be open and available, receptive. He said that our best ability is our availability. We got to be open to give, and we got to be open to receive. We got to be open to receive insight and revelation. Our greatest ability is our availability. So the question is, are you open and available, or do you already know everything? Because if you already know everything, can't nothing else get in. I'll say that one again. Are you available, or do you already know everything? Are you open to receive, or are you holding on to the little bit you got? Are you open to receive something new, or are you holding on to what's old? Are you holding on to what's familiar? Listen, it ain't no two ways about it. Either you are available to it or you're not. Either you're available to it or you're not. Either you're available to love or you're not. Either you're available to joy or you're not. Either you're available to peace or you're not. Either you're available to wholeness or you're not. Either you're available to joy or you're not. Either you're available to the light or you are not. No two ways about it. And if all you've been given is your spare time, you might want to consider the latter. You're not. Are you open to something different, or are you judge and jury, righteous? Are you open, or is your ego resisting everything? Are you open, or are you caught up in appearances? Are you caught up in your limited perspective? We call that the intellect arguing to have its way. You see, the intellect argues, but the heart accepts. Are you open or not? So, I gotta say it. I gotta say it. So, it has been brought to my attention a few times this year. Something like this. What is going on with the Center of Peace? But really what people are saying is, what's going on with Reverend Twana? And what's up with her gay agenda? So, I tried to be a student. And I can't stand up here and tell you to go deeper if I ain't willing to go deeper. I can't tell you to tap into your divine nature if I'm not willing to tap into my divine nature. I can't tell you to seek and search after greater realization if I ain't ready to search and seek after greater realization. What is Reverend Twana's gay agenda? Listen, I don't even know what a gay agenda is. Let me be very clear. I don't even know what a gay agenda is. I don't. I don't. And I am saying this from the bottom of my heart with a great deal of sincerity. I don't know what a gay agenda is. I know what a love agenda is. I know that I have an agenda of changing my life and creating the circumstances and the situations in a life where I experience joy and peace and love all the days forward. If that's what you call a gay agenda, then I guess I got a gay agenda. I don't know. The teaching, it requires us to get in touch with who we are. If my telling you to get in touch with the inner presence within you, the inner light, the inner joy, the inner calm, if you can't see that, keep coming. I don't have a gay agenda. There it is. So, here is the thing. Here is where I am inviting us all to play. You know, it was RuPaul who says, we all come into this world naked. And the rest is just drag. Listen, I'm inviting you all to join me in my nakedness. You bring your nakedness, I'm going to bring my nakedness. In other words, you bring your humanity, I'm going to bring my humanity. You bring your divinity, I'm going to bring my divinity. Meet me in my divinity, I'm going to meet you in your divinity. Meet me in my humanness, and I'm going to meet you in your humanness. Meet me in my divinity, and I'm going to meet you in your divinity. Meet me in love, and I'm going to meet you in love. Meet me in joy, and I'm going to meet you in joy. And everything that I'm open to receive, I am open to give. If that's what you call a gay agenda, then I got a gay agenda. Then I have a gay agenda. If Reverend Sheila was here, she would say, go deeper. It's deeper than that. If that's all you got, go deeper. Go deeper. Meet me in my nakedness, and I'm going to meet you there. We're going to do this together. We're going to do this together. Because God is all that there is. All that there is. We praying together today, and our closing, you all have a little piece of paper, and if you would stand, practitioners come join me. We all praying together today. This that I've given you is a piece from the Science of Mind textbook written by Ernest Holmes from that same reading that I read from today. I love this. It moves me. It's meaningful to me. And I want to invite you all to join me in prayer as we close out this part of our service. The title of it is Holy, Holy, Holy. Join me. Inner presence, great and mighty. Inner light that shines divinely. Inner life that lives completely. Inner joy that smiles serenely. Inner peace that flows so deeply. Inner calm, untroubled, happy. Inner love that gives so freely. Inner truth that never fails me. Inner power that holds securely. Inner eye that sees so clearly. Inner ear that hears always. Inner voice that speaks supremely. Inner good that binds me to thee. Holy, holy, holy. Let us all know that the ground upon which we stand is holy. Let our vision and our mission lead you into a place and a space where you can affirm and know at a greater level and a greater realization that the ground upon which you stand is holy. Let us know that that this life that we live is holy, and not only that the ground upon which we stand is holy, but that you and I, we are sacred and we are holy. This inner presence, this inner power that is so infinite and deep, its presence, its light, its life, its joy, its peace, its calm, its love, its truth, its power, its eye, its ear, its voice, its good is my good and it's your good. We declare it to be so. We accept it, knowing it to be so. And we all come together in agreement then by saying, and so it is.
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself. Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place. I am the place where God. You are the place. Moves and breathes and has we are the place. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place. I am the place where God. You are the place.
And so it is. Yes. All right. So, as our practitioners take their seats and our ushers come forward, let us do our due diligence and be grateful. So it's a time when we come together to share and to give to the Center of Peace. As our ushers are coming forward, I want to just take an opportunity to be aware that there are those who give online and there are those who have already given. We bring it all into our prayer. Excuse me, join me in turning within as we allow ourselves simply to become aware again of that which is eternal, inexhaustible, ever giving of itself to itself, the source of all things, infinite in its expression and all its supply. Oh, gosh. It's from that place and that space in that we come together today to give to the Center of Peace so that it may move us out into this world, creating an even more safer place and an even more sacred space for anybody and everybody who is ready to affirm and know in a bold kind of way who and what they really and truly are. That we create a safe and sacred space for each one of us to discover as we go deeper our divine nature. That is life, that is light, that is joy, that is peace, that is calm, that we may all experience freedom and be free from discord. So I know that just as the Center of Peace is blessed by all that we receive, I know too that the giver is blessed 1,000,000 times fold. Truly, it can be no other way. So for every cent that we receive, I do give thanks. Truly, I do give thanks. And so it is.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all that I have. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all that I have. Hey! Oh, yeah. Grateful. I just say I am so grateful every day for all I have. Every day. I'm so day I say it. Grateful, how I'm grateful every day. Oh yeah, I am so grateful. Oh yeah, I'm so grateful. 'Cause I accept and I receive. I am so grateful. Oh yes, I am. I am. I am so grateful.
And so it is. So it is. Thank you. All right. We have done it again. It is time for us to stand and sing our closing song. So as the choir members come forward, those of us who will be leading us in our closing song, our release, you can find the lyrics to the song in the back of your chair if you don't know the lyrics to the song. I want to remind everybody that if you are desiring prayer after service, our practitioners, those in the purple stalls, easily identifiable, stand ready to join you in knowing the truth about you and your circumstance and your situation, to move you back into knowing who you really and truly are. And so I want you to know, in being with a practitioner, that whatever you bring to our practitioners is held in confidence, it's held in our hearts, sacred. So I think we are all set. All right, Al.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. Now I can say, if you're discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you have got to let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. Yeah. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God.
And so as we journey on throughout our week, let me remind you, go deeper. The kingdom of God is within. You'll never discover it if all you got to give to it is your spare time. You've got to make time, and so it is.
I wanna know what it's like to hear the whole world sing. I wanna know what it's like to feel one with everything. I wanna know what it's like to forgive myself and then. I wanna know what it's like to never judge again. Let me love. The way you do. Let me love the way you do. Let my heart remain wide open, no matter what the world reveals to me. Let me love, 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 love the way you. I wanna know what it's like to let my enemy. I wanna know what it's like to live God's destiny. I wanna know what it's like to live life free from shame. I wanna know what it's like to live love without